evening, and welcome to another edition of the Hgp Sportscast. I'm Samuel Gillis. Thanks for joining us. In athletics news, how much does the hosting of the 2021 Carifta game means to Guyana? Are we Carifta ready? Answering these questions today is Director of Sport Christopher Jones. Jaden Samuels reports.
With Guyana set to host the Carifta Games in 2021, another synthetic track in the Asian county and the third in the mining town of Linden are set to be unveiled later this year. According to Director of Sport Christopher Jones, this is the time Guyana will take off in the world of athletics.
We continue to increase in terms of our medal count, and if you wanted to diverge away from track and field, if you look at almost all aspects of sport, Guyana yearly is progressing. But I suspect in 2021, with the hosting of the Carifta Games, Guyana, in terms of track and field, will take off thereafter.
The hosting of the Games in 2021 will not only give the country the much-needed exposure, but at the same time will provide more athletes with the opportunity of competing at the Games, especially those in the hinterland regions, since Guyana will be able to pool a larger contingent. An event of this magnitude, how much does this mean for our athletes and more so Guyana?
It means a lot. It is a significant, it should not be underscored as just a track and field meet. It should not be underscored as just that. It is major. It is that the Guyana is going to be hosting the Carifta game, the Junior Carifta Games. It means a lot is that at times we have challenges in terms of sending a large contingent abroad, whether to be at any regional or international meet. Here is that the competitions are happening in Guyana. As
the clock ticks, the Athletics Association of Guyana will be working with the National Sports Commission in setting up of the committee responsible for the hosting of the 2021 Games.
Guyana would have been constructing the two synthetic track, which is located in Region 10 and 6. And those tracks will come into being before the conclusion of this year.
The athletics team representing the Golden Arrowhead at the just concluded Carifta Games in the Cayman Islands recorded 10 medals, a count the locals will be looking to improve on. Jaden Samuels, Hgp Sport.
In football news, Christiansburg-Wismar retains championship in the 11th Edward School Richmond tournament. More in this report. National junior goalkeeper Jonathan Copeland showed his versatility by netting the most goals. His team, Christiansburg-Wismar Secondary Multi-School, retained their whole of football at the school's level in Linden. They stopped Linden Technical Institute 2-1 in the final of this year's match, which was played at the Wisberg Secondary School ground. Copeland netted one of the goals in the finals. After gaining a bye-through in the first round, he was able to win another championship to add to their bulging wins at this level. In the finals, they faced Linden Technical Institute, where it was Copeland who once more demonstrated his scoring prowess to find the back of the net in a 2-1 win. The Linden Foundation Secondary had to settle for third place in this championship, as they won against Wisberg Secondary via sudden penalties after they were locked 1 each. Linden Technical Institute, after a nil stalemate with Linden Foundation Secondary, advanced to face Multi after improving their semi-final opponents for the penalty spot 4-3. In golf, local golfers performed creditable at the Sir Gary Sobers Festival of Golf International Tournament at the weekend. Stanford Howard has more in this report.
Competing for the first time in Barbados at the prestigious Sir Garfield Sobers Festival of Golf International Tournament that annually attracts over 200 golfers from around the world. Lausanne Golf President Alim Hassan and former Guyana Open Ladies Champion Dr. Joanne Dio both placed 6th on the net score in their flights. Halim played in the Senior Championship flight, handicap 0-11. While Joanna played in the Ladies' Championship flight, handicap 0-14. While Lausanne Golf Club overseas base member Mark Woosley placed 4th in his flight. Despite not being in the top 3 in their flights, the Guyanese consider the experience a very rewarding one in that their confidence was boosted enough to allow them to be in the winner's row in 2020. President Halim Hussein who took the opportunity to actively sell the development and vision of the Lusignan Golf Club to those who participated at the tournament, indicating, and I quote, "With upgrades to the LGC, including the new multi-million-dollar Macrop-sponsored driving range and several other facilities, despite only being a 9-hole course, Lusignan Golf Club golfers' performance will match and even excel that of the competitors that golf this year." End of quote. For HGP Sport, I am Stanford Howard.
In volleyball news, bizarre officiating robbed the male defending champions of Guyana their second victory at the recently concluded Inter-Guyana Under-21 male and female volleyball tournament held in French Guyana at the weekend. The three best in 5 games concluded 25-17, 18-25, 25-18, 19-25, and 12-15 in favor of French Guyana males. Dissatisfaction was aired even by the technical officials of the French Federation, where it was promised that the next time around will benefit from overseas officials. Guyana was presented with the second-place trophy after defeating French Guyana 25-21, 17-25, 25-19, and Suriname 25-17, 19-25, 25-21 in the 2 best-of-3 round-robin preliminaries. And finally, in sports this evening, in cricket, Delhi Capitals defeated Sunrisers Hyderabad on Wednesday and will meet the Chennai Super Kings in the final eliminator on Friday. Jaden Samuels reports.
Batting first on a Wednesday on a pitch set for batting, Hyderabad failed to capitalize on a good deck, with the highest total being Martin Guptill's 36 in their 162 for a total. Similar contributions came from Manish Pandey. He made 30. Kane Williamson made 28, with 25 and 20 coming from Vijay Sankar and Mohammad Nabi respectively. Capitals did bowl well in their power play, but Kimo Paul's 3 wickets for just 32 runs was the standout, with Ishant Sharma picking up 2 and Amit Mishra and Trent Bolt 1 apiece. Batting for the Capitals, Prithvi Shaw led from the front. He made 56. Rishabh Pant fell 1 short of a half-century, with the winning runs coming off the bat of Guyana's Kimo Paul with 1 ball to spare. They will meet Chennai Super Kings on Friday. Jaden Samuels, HGP Sport.
And that's all we have for this edition of the HGP Sportscast. But do remember, success is not an happening. It is a result. There is nothing mysterious about progressing. It is doing instead of doubting and working instead of wishing. Thank you.